Hello, hello, hello. My name is Lori Allred and I'm your Pampered Keto Chef. Today I'm going to be showing you a recipe that's not keto, but you're okay with that, right? You all know how much I love my air fryer, and right now it's actually cooking up some chicken tenders for me for lunch, and I thought, my husband asked if I would do my Mexican street corn in the air fryer when it's done. So I wanted to show a really quick demo on how easy it is to do the best corn on the cob you will ever have. Now, I haven't had it for a few years because corn isn't very keto, but that's okay. So today I did try it. It was delicious. The secret ingredient, mayo. I know, you're all thinking mayo, what the heck? So instead of coating it in butter, we're gonna be using some mayo today. And that looks like about a half a cup, 3/4 cup of mayo, depending on how much corn you have. Now, this is just the three I'm doing for lunch. Later on for a dinner, I will be doing this again at a family gathering because it's a huge hit. I'm gonna be using some garlic powder, about a little less than a teaspoon. And then we're going to add in some lime. That is the secret ingredient. I'm gonna be using the coated paring knife that I absolutely love. Be careful, this baby is sharp. And it is one of a collection that I love. All of the coated knives are my favorite. I'll be using the juicer to get all the lime juice I can get out of this little guy. Just kind of mix that up, give that a little bit of a lime flavor. My daughter, who lived in Argentina for a while, said that their mayo is better down there because it has a little bit of a lemon flavor to it. So it's legit, people. So we're gonna be using that to coat our corn, and then more happiness happens after that. But let's get going with this. Now, you can use a basting brush. It works great. It's a little time, takes a little bit more time than just using your hands. I know. Hey, but mayo will soften the skin, but for sake of demonstration, I'm gonna be using some gloves. It just makes it a little faster and then easier for me to go right in this demo to the next part. So just make sure you coat that corn nice and good, just like that. We're gonna do it on each of these. I don't know if you've ever had this from a street vendor. I have not. I'm sure when it's, cooked over an open flame, it is delicious, that roasted corn flavor. But I'm gonna get that same kind of texture from my air fryer, which I love. Only takes 8 minutes to cook these babies up. So done with that portion. Yeah, gloves or not to glove. Yeah, I think we can wing it without the gloves on the next portion. So the next secret ingredient is going to be the Pampered Chef Chili Lime Rub. Now you can certainly look up a recipe for what goes into this. There's some red chili pepper, sea salt, paprika, some, let's see, dehydrated onion, some citric acid, some garlic. So you could certainly create your own, but I don't have time for that. So I'm just gonna lightly make sure I get that on that corn. Seriously, you guys, if you've never tried this, don't knock it. Even if you don't want to go all out with the seasoning and the next step, just do the mayo and add some salt and pepper. It will blow your mind. So I have to take a moment to switch out my chicken tenders. Just a moment. Okay, we're back. A lot of times when I'm cooking something close to the coils that heat up my air fryer, I want to make sure I turn it over so I get a nice crisp edge on all of it. Okay, we've done the chili lime rub, we've done the mayo portion. Now the next secret ingredient is going to be our queso fresco cheese. This is a soft cheese. It's also what they call a slow melt cheese. We're going to be using a fine cheese grater for this portion, and this really tops it all. So you're not going to get like that runny melted cheese texture, but it is the bomb. And you can certainly use, I believe there's another kind of cheese you can use, but I found this is my favorite flavor. This is a fun cheese if you're keto to go ahead and grill up on just a frying pan. It does a great job. So it's got a lot of moisture in it. So I am going to, and it's gonna fall apart. I'm just gonna warn you now. It's a little bit messy, but it is what makes this corn unbelievably good. So I'm just gonna rotate that a little bit. I wanna get that cheese all over this corn. A secret to, if you're using a fine grater for this soft cheese, throw it in your freezer for a few minutes before you go to grate it, and it'll hold its shape a little bit better. You won't have so much carnage with your cheese. So look how yummy that looks, you guys. All we're gonna do is put this in the air fryer for 8 minutes on air fry. This will work in any air fryer. You could do it in your oven. You'd have to Google how to do that because I don't do it in the oven, I do it in the air fryer. So in about halfway through, I'd probably rotate them just a touch. You don't really have to on the corn. If you're going to do just plain corn, same thing, 8 minutes. You don't even have to butter it up. You can just go ahead and drop your corn in there that's ready to cook. So now we're gonna wait for my chicken to get done. I'm gonna pop those in for 8 minutes and I'm gonna show you how delicious this looks when it's done. You guys are awesome, thanks for joining me, and we'll show you the end result shortly. Hello you guys, I'm back. The corn is ready. In fact, I'm making a complete and utter mess. I'm actually going to a family party and everybody wanted the corn. So I just saved the trays and I'm gonna take this with my air fryer. Yes, I'm taking my air fryer to a family dinner because my mom has one, but it's a different brand and we're just not going there. So I wanted to show you how unbelievably awesome this corn turns out. It's roasted on the edges and it is perfectly cooked. Oh my gosh, you guys, it is so amazing. You want to take it up a notch? We're gonna add a little bit of cilantro to it. I've got my herb keeper here with my cilantro in it. This will keep your cilantro and your parsley in water, safely tucked on your fridge door for up to 3 weeks. Sorry, puppy. I've got a helper down here. She needs to move. So we're gonna be using our herb mill. Momento, I need a